Toronto. I have definitely not spent enough time exploring this beautiful city, and sadly today is not the day. Today I want to talk to you about Instagram stories, why I like them better than the regular feed, and what you can do to create a really engaging Instagram story. Some tips on basic design and storytelling. And as I go, I might also show you around Toronto's famous distillery district. So Instagram stories and why I like them better than the regular feed. Instagram used to be a really cool and inspiring platform with photos in your feed that would distract you from anything that you were supposed to be doing. Be that with photos of your friend's puppy or really awesome landscapes that just made you want to go out in nature, made you want to go out traveling. Now Instagram is more a place for brands, more a place for famous Instagrammers, you might call them influencers. And if you wanted to grow a following on Instagram these days, go like a couple of 100,000 followers over a certain amount of time, that would be really frustrating and almost impossible. To be honest, I don't really use Instagram anymore apart from promoting my YouTube channel, which I do feel a little bit guilty about. But if I do look at my feed, I tend to see photos that look really staged, that look really fake and almost too perfect, too good to be true. And when I post something myself, then I get all those bot comments that say, "Awesome pic, keep the great content up." And we clearly all know that those are fake comments. That can be really frustrating. Instagram stories, on the other hand, have really improved in quality. And while I have seen a couple of advertisements in Instagram stories since they became a thing a while ago, I have not seen any fake engagement. I don't think people have figured out how to fake or buy engagement on Instagram stories, and that's a good thing. The second big plus for Instagram stories is that they disappear after 24 hours. So even if you've created a really kind of silly Instagram story that maybe nobody saw, you don't have to worry about it because you can either delete it or it's just gonna disappear and vanish after 24 hours. Which is also a little sad if you have put a lot of effort into them, but you can highlight Instagram stories on your profile in case you didn't know. The third reason for which I really like Instagram stories is that you can be really creative with them, and it doesn't take a lot to create a very engaging Instagram story, so I suggest we get started with that right now. So like the name already gives away, a good Instagram story needs a story. And a story is not told in one slide or random pieces put together. So what I like to do is to have at least 3 Instagram slides for my stories, to have some sort of introduction, then a highlight, and in the end a conclusion or a solution to a problem. So for this story I think I've already found my solution: free ice cream. But most importantly, an engaging Instagram story needs a call to action. And here is what I mean by that. So this story was created today, but as you know, I'm also filming this video and I only have 2 hands, even though I'm more multitasking than Greg.
Much more multitasking.
Your Instagram story really doesn't have to be the most extraordinary event or awesome travel journey. It can totally be a daily life situation. It is the way you present that content that makes the story engaging. That also doesn't mean that you have to spend hours creating and designing a story, because that would make the moment pass. But there's definitely a couple of design hacks that you can use to make your story stick out of the crowd.
For apps, I use a couple of free ones with really basic design options. One of them is Canva, and what I usually do is add a white frame around my pictures. Sometimes make a collage out of them and add some text. For the text I like to keep the same font, at least within one story.
One of the main features of Instagram stories that I personally really love, because it makes your content more interactive, is that you can add those little call to action stickers on top of your photos and video and make people physically engage with your story.
Instagram has a poll option that allows people to vote yes or no or customized answer on the topic you choose. There's also a question box where people can leave a comment or ask you a question that you can later respond to. You can even make Q&As on Instagram stories, ask people to drop their questions, collect a few, and then answer them in your story with a question popping up on the screen.
You would be surprised by how many of the people that are watching your stories, let it be 10 or 10,000, are actually willing to engage with your content if you let them. Because in the end, we all go on social media for one reason, because we want to be social, and we love being asked for opinion. If you want your story to be seen by as many people as possible, you will also not get around using some of the SEO functions of Instagram. Tag your location, a friend, or add a hashtag, but I do find that too many of them are distracting from the actual story. So finding the balance there is key. That's it. These were my really basic and simple tips for creating engaging Instagram stories and designing them. And I hope you found them useful. If you want to take your Instagram stories to the next level, then feel free to follow my really small Instagram account and drop me a line below this video, because I would love to check out your account and your latest story and give you some feedback on that. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your support and your time watching this video, and I hope to see you again on this channel very soon. Bye for now from the Distillery District in Toronto.